Okay, so you want to go ahead and book more product manager interviews than you can handle, but you have a very limited amount of time and bandwidth in a given day. I'm going to show you basically how to book more product manager interviews than you can handle, basically applying 45 minutes a day. I'm going to be giving you a list of something called cheat codes. So, a lot of you are job hunting right now on hard mode when you should be playing the game on easy mode. And starting off here, this is what I want to do. Most people that are looking for a product manager job right now, they're going on LinkedIn, hitting easy apply, seeing either the same jobs every single day, or the other thing that they're running into is they're seeing jobs that they're excited for, but immediately 200 people has already applied to it, even though job's only been up for like less than 40 minutes. I'm going to be giving you a list of cheat codes in no particular order, but I'm going to be giving you a list of cheat codes that's going to help you basically get an advantage on this game. Starting off at the very top left, we have something called paid internal referrals, rejection referrals, secret network referrals, or stealth, or something called like replacement hires, staffing agency referrals, brain trust referral, and AI matching. What's that all about? Direct LinkedIn outreach, Loom video pitches. I'm going to also be talking to you about a cold email outreach that you guys can go out there and run. Killer cold message framework, how to go out there and actually run follow up more effectively. Past hiring manager outreach, triple product manager app hack, which is how you can go out there and 3x the number of product manager applications that you are doing. There are some secret VC job boards, AI application tools and hacks that's going to basically help you streamline this, and a schedule of the best times for you to go ahead and apply. I will have to go ahead and mention this. This killer cold message framework, I'm going to tell you guys something, is effective in persuasion. It's a very effective persuasion methodology to converting not only interviews, but also offers, big raises, and then also, and much, much more if you're trying to go out there and get a yes. I'm going to be sharing all of this with you guys today and holding absolutely nothing back. Now, okay, the ultimate cheat code is going to be, the ultimate cheat code to like increasing more product manager interviews, generating bigger offers, and then landing a better product manager job is going to be at the very, very end. I am holding absolutely nothing back, so take notes because, I'm going to be giving you all of the most updated best practices for generating product manager interviews more often. We hosted 60 days of live product management coaching sessions. If you've been following up, I'm going to drop about day 50. We're at day 59. We're dropping day 60 in a few hours. But we've been hosting all the calls live, just showing people how we are running these calls, everybody that's been showing up to the calls. And ultimately, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys this. I've been absolutely crushing it. These calls, we hosted pretty much, I think, almost 7 days a week. Hosted like some days, some weeks we even hosted up like twice a day, morning and evening session. This resulted in an increase of 15 to 39 product manager interviews booked a week. We got offers from everybody from like American Express, Citibank, Chase Bank, Pfizer, Nike, Airbnb, and more. And I'm going to show you guys at the very end how to access all of the resume templates and resources. Now, what are my intentions for this video? I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys this. We're getting blown up by you guys. My team and myself, I'm on average right now getting about 2,900 profile views a day, about 131 invitations a day. My assistant's clearing my inbox pretty much every single day. I'm here to inform the product management community with the most recent hiring trends because things are changing very quickly. And I've been on the phone with my team and also with you people that are job hunting right now, and you guys are getting a very clear look. And everybody is aggregating that information. So this isn't like, what did I figure out? No, it's the collective team. And I want to go ahead and address all the people that are interested in joining Product Gym because we have a wait list right now. We got a lot of people that are interested in our program that are coming in from Doge layoffs. JP Morgan's forcing people to go into the office 5 days a week. That's already started. And, we want to help as many first-time and experienced product managers navigate the job hunting maze. So, with all of that said, I'm trying to give you guys all of this information, but there's only one of me. And honestly speaking, all this talking, I've actually lost my voice more than a few times in the last few months. And people are like, watch this video. I'm giving you guys all of this, but I also want you guys to take action from it, because me giving you this information isn't going to help you get your next interview. It's not going to help you get your next offer unless you take action. So I'm showing you all the resources, all the tools, all the guides, all the secret websites, everything you guys need to go ahead and get more product manager interviews. Understand though, you guys also need to subscribe for part 4 of the series, which is the new way to get rich in product management. You know, part 1 is just the cheat codes of getting more product manager interviews. But honestly speaking, it's like, let's talk about part 1. You want to go ahead and book more interviews because, you know, in this day and age right now, you want to expedite the process. Some of these companies might take their sweet time. They might not know what they want. They might not know who they want. And you probably want to get off of this as soon as possible. So we're talking about how do we generate 10 to 39 plus product manager interviews a week. Watch this video. You know, how to go out there and get more product manager interviews with the best companies more often, because you guys don't want to keep on watching these videos even after you guys land a job. How do you guys go out there and generate product manager interviews with the most urgent hiring teams? Okay, these are proven strategies, never really been reviewed in the public, not really in this format anyways, as organized as I've worked on this deck over and over and over again, and I was actually going to wait until tomorrow to record it, but you know, my team was like, Rich, drop it now. People have been blowing us up. We need to drop it now. You're not going to find these cheat codes anywhere else. You know, how do we also do all of this without having to kill our time, energy, and bandwidth? Because you need to protect your bandwidth when you're on these interviews. You can't be exhausting yourself applying and like showing up to interviews fresh. Like, that's just not going to happen. We need to make sure that when you're on these interviews, you have everything you need to go out there and convert those interviews into offers. And a big part of that's going to be your energy, right? Which is what we're going to be covering in the second part, which is more about the interview process and, you know, how to do more effective mock interviews and all that. But I'm going to be giving you an overview of each of the cheat codes, no particular order. I'm not saying like one strategy is better than the other one. It's just literally I'm jotting all this shit down of what's worked from all these people that have landed interviews and offers in our process in our program. And then on top of that, like, what are some of the things that they've learned out there? I'm sharing everything with you guys. What are the action steps? Again, all this information is great, but it doesn't help you out if you can't convert interviews from it. So what are some action steps that you can take to convert, you know, immediate interviews right now? Okay, all of that and more at the end of the video. You got to watch this whole thing, because we're getting too many calls, and I get so many people blowing me up saying like, I can't get a phone call with your team. It's like, yeah, a lot of people looking for a product manager job right now. And you know, we the best program out there. So yeah, that's why people calling us first. So part 1 is about securing product manager, securing kind of like, you know, securing product manager interviews. Part 2, I'm going to talk about how to convert those interviews into offers. Part 3, I'm going to be talking about how to go ahead and convert those offers into big offers. We want big offers. We want good offers. We want good companies, right? That's going to be part 3. And then part 4 is going to be about the new way of getting rich in product management. Subscribe to the Product Gym YouTube. You're not going to want to miss out. Especially, you're not going to want to miss out on part 4. I guarantee you. I'm so pumped up compiling. So pumped up making the deck for this bad boy right here. Woo! I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about part 1. Cheat code number 1. Paid internal referrals. What are paid internal referrals? Paid internal referrals are product manager roles or companies that they're paying to go ahead and have somebody come in. These are people that are extremely urgent. And this is where you want to go ahead and subscribe to school for a full list, which you can go ahead and basically find right over here. Okay, the link is in the description. You can easily go ahead and find us, because in each and every one of the descriptions, you're going to go ahead and basically see this, and you are going to go ahead and see a school link right there. You want to get in on that action. But, you know, the highest paying companies are generally speaking like AI, crypto, cybersecurity, startups. Like, you know, we're hiring and offering $5,000 for any successful referrals. You know, we're offering a $10,000 referral, right? Recall is paying up to $10,000 for a successful referral. True story. companies, they're just as frustrated with you are about legacy recruiting process, but nobody's really taking it upon themselves to solve that problem. I don't think that problem can be solved with technology because people hire based upon people that they like, and they still got to go ahead and talk to those people. I don't think it's a problem. I think technology can help, but I don't think you can fully remove recruiters and all that out of the process. But true story, we had somebody from the East Coast. There was an AI/e-commerce startup founded by a French husband, Chinese wife. The kind of weird combo, but like they ended up hiring a referral within 2 hours because somebody knew another person in the program that was this Chinese girl that actually grew up in the French speaking part of Canada and also had an e-commerce background, right? So ideally, companies love hiring people like that, but it's hard to find, so they settle for what it is that they can get their hands on. But if you're not going to be a good fit, actually, part of the reason why you want to be part of our referral network is if you're not a good fit and you know somebody else that is, a lot of times companies are willing to go out there and pay you to go out there and get referred to that person. This is actually why sometimes when people see this, like, oh, TikTok is hiring for junior roles in PM, DA, like data analyst, data scientist. I understand how challenging the job market is. Use my referral link, and they'll have all these different roles out here. And the reason for that is companies can pay up to $4,200 to $6,000. You know, $4,200 to $6,000 sometimes for a referral. External referral pay rate kind of varies. Like a tier one, like an industry expert like me, they drop a little bit more. An influencer, they drop a little bit less. Sometimes a little bit more. Sometimes those people actually told me they actually got paid more than me for the referral. And then like tier three rate is like a previous employee and they have their own internal rate, but I'm talking about like externals. Um, that's why you want to subscribe to school for a full list of companies that are paying the highest rate before my monthly rate actually increase. Go ahead, get into school right here. But I will go ahead and tell you this. This reaffirms to you that companies are hiring, product management hiring is alive and well. Companies are just as frustrated, but like a lot of times we get frustrated with the job hunt because we feel like we're losing money, or like we feel like until we get a job we don't really get a win. This is a great way for you to go out there and actually get some interviews and get referred. If you're part of a network and somebody does another interview and they know that you're alive, this is why you should be network job hunting in teams instead of by yourself, because teams are going to get much more results faster. It's been one of our success strategies. It's going to be that easy. Like this is actually a screenshot somebody sent over to me. It's like, yo, Rich, what's good, coach? I'm seeing this girl named Brittany that is interviewing with us right now. She just passed the second round of the interview process. Is she a part of the group? I was like, wow, what's up? She is, and I can get that referral fee, man. Fuck, I hope I can still do so. That's like 5Gs. I was like, yo, Airbnb is actually handing out that much. It's amazing. But yeah, 100%, right? Like, if you're interviewing out there, definitely you're interviewing with somebody that we know. If you're part of the group, we would know that. And, those people that are in the company, they're getting a referral, but they got to be good referrals. Another true story that we had was like, I actually had somebody in the program that earned up to $50,000 just as one, not like every single month, but there was one month that they actually bagged up 50 G's just because they like meeting people. They're a very social animal. And referred about 7 to 8 people. I'm not naming the name, but they ended up starting like their own little kind of like mini recruiting agency, because good help is hard to find. Good help is legitimately very hard to find. You think like for us that's on the hiring side or like business owners, we just throw out some money out there and there's like a bunch of people looking for there's a bunch of people qualified people that you can just reach. It's actually really not the case. Like, a lot of times it's actually just as frustrating, if not, I think it's kind of more frustrating, because people, they do either a good job or a bad job selling themselves, but it's like hard for us to find people. But paid internal referrals, it's a great source. Rejection referrals, been another really good source for us too, which is like when companies reject people. This is actually something I learned from Gary Vaynerchuk when I met him. It's like I ran into Gary Vaynerchuk at the Whole Foods at Hudson Yards. Like, how do I go out there and make more money for Product Gym? And he was like, well, what are the bottlenecks of your business, bro? I was like, is it getting people better like, how do we go out there and make more money as Product Gym? It's like, is it getting people better skills, better interviews, and like more offers? Stay tuned for stay tuned for the next part where it's like we're talking about delivering the interviews. But like, he told me this, I'll never forget it. And it's actually really crazy that we ran full circle, because he gave a talk back in 2015 at USC when I was still living in LA at the time, and he was like talking about all this stuff about business, about entrepreneurship that got me kicked off into doing entrepreneurship. He was like, okay, well, if you get more offers, you get more placements. If you get more placements, you get more testimonials. If you have more testimonials, you get more rev. So what's stopping us from basically getting more placements? And I was like, Mr. Vaynerchuk, I'm taking a look here. I was like, I think we get more testimonials than more companies, than the most, like multiple offers, like we got this guy multiple offers. If you go out there and scroll down there, it's like multiple offers, multiple offers, multiple offers. And he's like, how do we get even more offers? And I was like, well, kind of the bottleneck is actually on these companies, because a lot of times these companies don't even know who they want. And I know that because we have first time and experienced product managers taking our program, and they're like, these people don't even know what they want, Rich. And I was like, and he's like, they don't know what they want because what they want is always changing, but they know who they want. So you already have somebody that interviewed or interacted with the hiring team for 3 to 6 hours. The best recruiter for the role is actually the person that just got rejected. So companies hire almost always on culture fit, even though there's so many qualified people. That kind of got me thinking. Because the craziest thing is he's right. Like, the best recruiter for the job, because recruiters are recruiting for everybody. Recruiters are recruiting for like the finance role, the controller role, the sales role, the growth role, the strategy role, the marketing role, the data scientist, the data analyst. Like, the person, they don't work with any of these people really in a building capacity. So the best person to go ahead and be the recruiter for that role is actually a product manager. And the best product manager to be the recruiter is a product manager that just got done talking to them for 3 to 6 hours plus, right? And that's been a huge part of our strategy too, coming into the new year. Is like, all these roles are hiring, but like the recruiters seem like clueless, and like it's like, the best person that's like recruiting for the role should be that. And this is actually where we've gotten a lot of success. We had somebody bag in the offer, S&P Global, great offer, start date. This is a referral success story. Started the job, company's delighted to hire because companies hire on culture fit. And it was just like, we loved your interview. Like, it was as if you knew everything that we needed. Yeah, we knew everything that you needed because somebody was just interviewing with y'all. So having all of that insight, that's actually why I'm talking about, like, if you're gonna go and rescue a bank full of hostages, getting the interviews is already troublesome enough. But even a lot of people converting, they're like, I have to apply so much more to convert interviews. But even people that's on the interview side, they've been having to do so many more interviews just to get the offer, right? It's like, you really want to go in there with as much knowledge as possible. And you want to talk about, like, the subtleties of, like, who are they like? What are they like? What do they want? What do they not want? So like, the best is like, hey, I may not be the best fit, which is something that we're going to talk about some more. But like, the aggravation that comes from a lot of the hiring teams is like losing time on interviewing bad candidates or candidates that are not going to be a good fit for them. So something that's also been helping out with our interview strategy is this. I'm aggravated because I think the amount of time that I'm spending talking to you, I could be talking to somebody else that's a better fit. But so if you let them know, hey, I understand that you're looking for just beyond a skills fit, you're also looking for a culture fit. This is what we're going to talk about more in converting, the killer product manager interview framework is, as a culture fit, if you give me more insight, if I'm not the best product manager for the role, both on skill side and culturally speaking, I know a lot of other product managers, and I will be able to refer you to somebody that definitely is, because whoever it is going to be a part of the group. So they feel a lot less threatened about them wasting their time with you, because they're like, what are they going to do if you're going to have to go out there and apply to a bunch of jobs if that company doesn't take you because you need a job. But at the same time, they also need that role filled. So you're going to be spending another 3 hours looking at resumes, 80% of which is hot garbage. So why don't you go ahead and let me know more about the role? So it's like they feel more relaxed with you, you feel more relaxed with them. And through that time, you actually increase your chance of actually grabbing the job because they're not constantly focused on something else. So rejection referrals have worked out really good in our strategy of helping people net multiple offers. This is actually a very, very, very interesting, and they thought was a very strategic, innovative way of job hunting. That's actually what got us number 3 of the top 10 online education companies with USA Today. Insane, right? Absolutely insane, but this was one of the reasons. Next off is, again, true story. It's actually why that lady bagged in so many referrals, is because like she understood like they were looking for culture fit, and she also knew a lot of people because she was also a very social person in the program. Not naming names, but yeah, this is actually another screenshot here. Introduce yourself to the group, interact with other folks, schedule time to meet people, schedule time with mock interviews. Most product managers don't think about developing a network until it's too late, and then by the time they need to go ahead and develop a network, it is usually too late, because when they're job hunting, other people are job hunting too. So they're trying to make up for all that social capital. Applied to 30 jobs yesterday, landed my first product manager interview, boom, scheduled tomorrow. The LinkedIn page and the resume changes really, really helped out. You want to start introducing yourself and actually getting more active, putting yourself out there so people actually know, right? The hiring manager is manifesting you, manifesting them at the moment right now. It's kind of like dating. You're frustrated at the process, but on the other side, they're frustrated too. You can feel it if you're making it to the interview stage with them. They're just like, where is this person? There's all these people looking for a job. We should be able to fill that job like this, but we're not. It's just like we are still looking for that person. We are still nowhere closer to getting that person. Get into school, meet up with other people in the group, right? Okay, so let's talk about the next strategy. Yeah, the secret network referrals. This is actually when like hiring managers, they reach out to me and say like, hey Rich, I see here that my team is looking for 1 senior, 1 mid-level product manager, 2 years required. A lot of times like people reach out, not saying this was the particular case, but a lot of times people reach out and they're not posting the job on tech. They're doing stealth hires, replacement hires. They want to avoid provoking the existing team. Why are we hiring a product manager outside the company when I've been asking for an internal transfer? Because you suck at your current job right now. You think we're gonna, but you're just good enough. You suck at your current job right now. So do you think we're really gonna put you in a position, like in another position? Like I don't really think so, right? But sometimes too, I'm not saying that this was the case or it's always the case. They have procrastination. They have low bandwidth. Like posting up jobs is not a fun process. It is probably one of the most unuser-friendly processes out there. It's not like anybody's really trying to like go and correct that process either, right? So like that's also been a huge thing. Product leader role, same thing. Rich, I'm looking for a director of product with Android experience. Do you know anybody that's looking? Same thing. Be a part of the network. Join the referrals. Referrals are actually a great way for you to get into companies that are a little bit more urgent, but a lot of people, they are not utilizing that strategy. Another good strategy to go ahead and utilize, staffing agency referrals. This is when companies hire outside the company. So a great place to start, Motion Recruitment Partners. This is the company that I actually came out of when I was a tech recruiter. They have all these roles already listed out there. And the best part is these roles, companies retain agencies also for stealth hires, urgent replacement hires. Sometimes they don't have a recruiter on the team, but the recruiters that work these roles, they're specialized. Like I specialize in product, right? Product roles. And I actually did a podcast with this person, but they specialize in product. They work on the commission. Doesn't cost you anything, but they specialize in this niche. Okay, I have the list right here actually in school on this Airtable where it's like Motion, JobBot, Cybercoders, Robert Half, Insight Global, Mondo, so many of these other roles right here. And what ends up happening is they're the ones that actually get access to the most exciting roles because they're essentially speaking, they're like, you're Ari Gold. Somebody actually asked me the other day, like, who's Ari Gold? I was like, God, I'm old. You don't know who the legend is? Ari Gold, right? So staffing agency referrals, they are great. Brain trust referrals. So brain trust referrals, this is also really good too. So Brain Trust is actually a company that does AI matching to roles. So and one of the roles that they focus on the most is actually product manager roles. So like this right here is like, hi Rich, probably Ivanka just got hired for a job. I think this is a pretty common name, so you probably wouldn't even know who this person is. But your talent referral is making strides and just got hired for a gig, right? I have a special promo code with them. I do receive a small kickback, and I want to refer all of you rock stars. But again, most of you, your resume, LinkedIn, and cover letter must be on point. So see me in school, because I'm actually going to show y'all how to go ahead and actually update your resume. So many people ask me, like, can you refer me to this role? It's just like, I can't refer you to a role with the resume looking like that. So steal one of the resume templates. It's all here for you. But I can't send you out there because even if I send you over to that person, let's just say on the off chance and they say yes, well, what about the hiring manager? Are they going to say yes? And what about the people behind the hiring manager, which is the panel? Are they going to say yes? And what if you don't get the job? It's not going to solve your problem for getting your next interviews, right? So I do receive a small kickback on Brain Trust. I think it's a great thing because what they do is it's essentially like LinkedIn Indeed, but it is like on steroids. You sign up for one time. There's a promo code. It's also in school. There's a sign up for the promo code one time. And it basically, they know that it comes from me. And you're basically just going to get auto match. So even if you don't get matched immediately, the thing is just working. It's not applying for you. It's just all the jobs that are posted and all the companies that are posted on Brain Trust, they automatically just match with everybody else. And it's actually pretty cool too because I get these tokens. So it'll say like, hey, first name, tell us why you're here. Rich invited you. And I've actually been so successful at referring people over to Brain Trust. I did a podcast actually with their CEO of Brain Trust, and it is insane what they were doing. They're just going to be doing AI matching. This guy here was also former Motion, but he was at the New York office. He was a product manager recruiter. We did a podcast together too last year, and they're rolling out with this new product. It's called AI Recruiter, or AIR for short, which is going to automate recruiting. It sorts like 10,000 resumes in 5 minutes, schedules and conduct round ones, automates rejections, schedules round twos, automates job matching for PMs. But at the same time, like, take advantage of this to go out there and make some extra dollars. If you refer other people, like I've been referring other people to them, people that are hiring, it just does all this auto matching because companies are also tired of reviewing resumes. Not to say like their algorithm is really tip top, but it's definitely expedited the process like a lot. So Brain Trust referral is something that you want to get a part of. Direct LinkedIn outreach is something that I talk about every single day. So direct LinkedIn outreach, as you can see here, I show people how to craft messages. So that's also another reason why you want to see me in school, because I actually craft the messages for the people. So stop crafting messages on LinkedIn to request interviews like, oh, I'm interested. Like craft something that's unique, right? Like this message here is like, hey, I saw your post for a mobile product manager app role, wanted to start a conversation. As a product manager, I've managed and developed Wayfair's first native app, financing strategy over. Love to go out there and have a chat with you. 3:43 message out, 4 p.m. message comes, hey, thanks for reaching out. Yeah, it sounds like your experience could really translate well, and I'd be happy to discuss this further. I did want to call out, we are looking for this position to be based in Boston, if that is a deal breaker. So I've been actually, my team's been moving really fast. Actually, this is why we don't have the time to do all the calls with everybody. If you guys schedule a call, I humbly appreciate that you want to join the program. Just say you're ready to join the program. It gets automatically bumped up to the list. But so many people are like, my company's forcing me to go back into the office. A lot of people are still looking to transition to product management right now because there's been a lot of companies that have. There are also a lot of companies that adopt their full remote. If you have like at a company like a JP Morgan, which is like they have physical office space, and yeah, they just got done building this monstrosity by Grand Central. Yeah, they're gonna want to see some bodies into it, right? But overall, there's still a lot of companies that went full remote. Like we went full remote during COVID. Largely, even if I wanted to go back in person, I don't really think it makes sense because our team's already like a lot of people left New York. So like 100% get that thing moving over. But send like the follow-up messages, 10, 50 message out. Saw your product manager role, wanted to start a conversation with you. I've driven strategic initiatives across the entire funnel for Wayshare's flagship credit cards. Sounds like you have some really great experience that could fit in well with the role. What does your availability look like? People are booking with LinkedIn. So if you get access, here's what you basically need to do. You need to update the resume first. You need to get that resume reviewed, and then you can start sending. And you need to get your LinkedIn profile optimized, and then you can start sending messages on LinkedIn to hiring managers, because a lot of people's LinkedIn message profile looks horrible. You know, like literally, I have a list of all these companies here with the hiring manager's name, their title, the role that they're looking for, and it's all product, like product manager, product manager, product manager, product manager, product manager. And I'm actually showing people how to go ahead and find these roles, right? So people are actually telling me right now, people are bringing in the calls into like these coaching calls and actually asking me like, how would I craft a message for this? And I've actually shown people how to find the hiring manager if we don't have the hiring manager, how to go out there and craft those messages, and then ultimately from there, people are converting actual interviews. Like with Foot Locker, whichever company, bring them in. I'll show you guys. If we don't have the hiring manager's information, I'll show you guys how to craft a message and how to get them. But this has also been like, I've been hosting this on School. It's like aired on YouTube Live. Like you guys can bring it in. I'll basically show you guys that. Another thing is also Loom video pitches. We found that Loom video pitches has been very, very, very like, it's almost got like 100% view rate in terms of like, you send it out, it gets viewed. It piques the curiosity of the hiring team or the manager, adds a little bit more of a personal touch, provides a quick culture fit assessment. But you still need your resume updated and reviewed, because if they ask for it, like you got to go ahead and do it. So like that's also been getting people tons and tons and tons of interviews, right? Upwards of like 15 to like 39 interviews like a week. Cold emails has been also really hot for us. In terms of cold emails, like we actually have a service here. It's called Lead IQ. We have a number of credits to go out there and pull email addresses. So if I get that person's name, which I will, because it'll say like, it's currently recruiting for senior product manager e-commerce, blah, 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 blah. Let's just say we get the hiring manager's name. Sometimes people get blown up a lot, like on LinkedIn, and you want to go ahead and actually send over an email, introduce yourself. This has also been very helpful in terms of like generating. So like, let me know who it is that you guys are interviewing with. I'm glad to help out as much as I can. So when we're sending out the message, why we're converting these interviews is like the killer cold message framework that we use. It's ultimately from a few books that I recommend reading if you guys want to have time, right? So like this message framework has worked for like applications to interviews, interviews into offers, offers into big offers, raises, bonuses, promotions, never split the difference, $100 million offers, influence, probably one of the best books ever. I mean, these are like 47,000, 25,000. 13,000, 3,000 like reviews, big. And then also the delivery method of it is like copywriting secrets, cold email manifesto. So much of like and like, I think you need to learn how to be a better persuader if, you want to understand the mental decision-making process of like getting to the yes. And a lot of people don't understand that. And when they understand that, they can avoid things on the back end, like getting friend zoned in recruiting, like going to the final round and not getting a rejection letter sent, but you also don't have an offer letter extended. This is why you want to subscribe to the YouTube for the second part of the series, because like this is how we're getting people like 25 plus product manager interviews a week, $300,000 job, 4 product manager offers, 60 days, right? A lot of this comes from these frameworks that I've learned when I was in tech recruiting. So what I gotta tell you, come to school. Stop trying to figure out this thing on your own. Actually come to school, okay? Come to school. But like you need to learn this. And like we utilize like these strategies too, like for like our team. Like that's actually why like post impressions 608 plus increase over like the last 7 days. We know what it's called word playing. It's like if you know how to drop the words in there, and that's why I'm always telling people like you're only one application and one interview away. So many people right now, their bottleneck number one is just like, if I can just talk to these people, Rich, like I could freaking get it in there. Like yeah, and I'll show you guys. It's not rock. Persuasion is not literally. It's not luck. There's a science to it. I dropped like this one email, boom, 20,000 subscribers. I did like 20,000 subscribers in like 30 days. Dropped another one, did another 1,000, and I did another 1,000 after that. Open rate 57. Like there is an absolute science to this. Like it's not like luck, and I want to give people more of that back into their own hands because I feel that so many people feel stuck because I would crush that job. I can't get that interview. Like I would crush being a director here, but like I'm just not selling myself to even be considered for promotion, right? And people, when they feel stuck, they go a little bit crazy. So like definitely come on in. Follow up, follow up, follow up. So let's just say like, I think one of the things that people aren't doing enough of is like following up with like rejected applications, ghosted applications, rejected interviews, rejected referrals. Our follow up increased booking rate to like 71%, and increased offer rates like 43%. So when you're wondering like how we're booking like all these interviews and offers, is like by following up. People have other priorities, and unfortunately, your number one priority right now is getting a job. Other people have other priorities that are just sucking their bandwidth away, and it's not always your number one priority, it's their number one priority, right? So like it's like, guys, just landed another testimonial, why it's so important to follow up with your emails with recruiters and keep pinging hiring managers on LinkedIn outreach, then just keep on applying and interviewing. I started this for past few weeks, as Rich has suggested. With Dennis's example is now one more example why we need to follow up to see if we're a good match. And it was like, hey, thank you for following up. I mistakenly sent you a correspondence declining you for the role. Please disregard. So a lot of the roles, when people are telling me the market's bad, show me your trackers. I'm not tracking it. Okay, well, how am I supposed to prove to you that recruiters have bad days and good days? Recruiters have other shit going on. So, you want to go ahead and follow up with these roles, right? You want to go ahead and absolutely because, get them to take a look at it. Don't quit, right? The easiest way to not quit is by doing this as a group. I force our people to do this so that I can show the results because I want to prove you wrong because I want you to get this job. Like some people are asking me, they're just like, but do you want this? Like, do you want to work at Airbnb? Do you want to go ahead and work at Spotify? Like, do you want to go ahead? Like ultimately, like, do you want that crypto job? I want you to get it. So why are you trying to prove me wrong? It doesn't help your situation. So it's like follow up with rejected email. Like somebody saw that, and this is actually why it's so powerful to be part of a group. Is like they saw that and they're like, yo, Rich, what the, like, let's get it, yo. It's like we followed up with rejected emails, and it's just like, oh my God, Rich, it worked, fam. Dude, it worked. I followed up with that e-commerce company I interviewed with 3 weeks ago, got rejected. Bro, they want to move forward with me, man. Like, do you have time to help me navigate the next steps? They asked me a ton of questions about salary. Congrats, it's amazing. It's amazing, right? Just following the schedule. Do we have hard numbers? No, not yet. They want to do a call first, no verbal or written offer, but this is a huge start. Turns out they talked to a few more people, a few things have changed, and would love to revisit the convo, just like you said. Here's the other thing that's stopping you. Like, you're leaving so much money on the table because, yeah, when they rejected you at the time, they thought they could do better, or they thought they needed somebody else. And then it's just like you just send over a very easy phone. Hey, I'm just following back up with you from a few weeks ago because I really enjoyed the conversation, and and perhaps things have changed on your end. I would love to revisit the conversation with you since I can't remember why I was rejected. Again, it increased to 71%, increased offer rate to 43%. So this is why you want to come soak up some of that energy in school, because job hunting is a numbers game. Okay. So you can get started on this. People are like, yo, Rich, I want to we got a backlog of people calling us. And even if you joined, you want to get a head start. Get your resume done. Get your LinkedIn done. Get all that shit ready to go so we can go out there and start putting you on interviews, right? This is like another example. This outreach message was rejected. And they followed up with this person. It's every single day. I'm like, follow up with people around 3 or 4 o'clock. 3:43 message out, 4 p.m. message comes back, yo, I'm ready to interview, right? This was also another rejected application. Sent the follow-up email, sent the follow-up LinkedIn message, got the interview. It doesn't help our situation when people are like skeptical, like it's only hurting you. Ultimately, you want to get a job. This is why we're getting multiple offers. Past hiring manager outreach. So here's the things that we notice. Product management hiring teams, they hire every 90 to 120 days. So we have these message templates in there, and this is actually where I want to show people. We've been tracking this for a year. This is like March 2024. That honestly speaking, people have been hiring, the same hiring managers have largely been hiring over and over and over and over and over again. That's why they reach out to us, because they're like, hey, I saw you, because, the people that are hiring right now, those teams are doing well. So, like, that's why those teams are like, they're posting. So like, we're getting all these people in, and it's the same people. Like, if you tell me like JP Morgan Chase, I can list off like 8 names off the top of my head. It's the same teams. Because if they're doing their job right, which they should be, that means their budget's going to be expanding, So like, that's also something you should do. Cheat code, no cheat code, secret VC job boards, And this one here, I'll have a disclaimer. You want to go with the VC? Prepare to work a lot. There's some people that tell me like, oh yeah, dude, like I'm ready to like get a job, right? And then when I see those, they're like, I don't want to work there. It's like, listen, like the companies that you should also be thinking about going with are the companies that just got funding. The companies that just got funding at like Y Combinator, Sequoia Capital, or Jason Horowitz, that NBA army of analysts has already determined that company has a very good chance of printing cash in the market that we are going into. So these are exactly the types of companies that you want to go ahead and work at. It's going to be a little bit more work, but people are like, but Rich, like, I heard like, this other guy or girl in the program took that job and they're like everybody's working like crazy right now. I mean, you think I'm not? Everybody's working like crazy right now. So, yeah. So like, I see a lot of people when they're job hunting. We ran 2 back-to-back sessions, morning and night, and we started booking like 10 to 39 interviews like a week. Why? Because I found out so many people were selectively applying. But like, so many of these jobs, they're great paying jobs, and never ever make the mistake of thinking that like that was the offer that's quoted as the maximum offer. We have broken that paradigm time after time after time after time after time. Plus, you get direct access to the founders, key decision makers. You avoid the recruiter as a gatekeeper. It's like a great cheat code to have. This has actually been booking us a lot. And the other thing is this: once you're part of this umbrella, if you're good, they refer you to like other roles too, right? All these other like companies that are part of the same family that's hiring for product managers. So why not? Less saturated job boards, hiring.cafe, built-in, AngelList, Glassdoor, same thing. Get your resume updated for the ATS. That's why you want to go ahead and actually come into the school community. But the other thing that you also want to go ahead and consider is this. Like, you should be updating your resume at least once a week, even after you landed the job. You should have like a backlog of all this rock star shit that you did. That's how you're going to negotiate the raises and the promotions, right? And the bonuses is like you're able to quantify your work. So it's not like you update your resume one time. Like, no, you have to keep on getting after it. So come see me in school, and I'll show you how effortless it is to go out there and grab these roles. It's not really that difficult. Okay. Triple product manager applications. So a lot of times people are just applying on LinkedIn Easy Apply. Other things that you guys can just go ahead and do is just go directly to the company job boards. A lot of times the company has a direct link to that role. This is actually why I tell people the methodology, which I'm going to talk about at the very end. Source the roles first and then start going through them individually, because you're wasting so much time going through. I'm going to take a look at this role. I'm going to take a look at who works there. And it's like, it's lunchtime. You didn't get one roll out. Like, no, you got champs. You got to move faster than that if you want to get this job, right? So you want to source the product manager like roles on LinkedIn or these job boards, but you go to the direct company webpage, which a lot of times the link is already there. And then you'll see like Vanta here. This was the role that was posted like, hey, want to join my team at Vanta? And they had one role, remote US, remote US, remote US, remote US, remote US, remote US. So I'm like, yo, what bad economy? That's my Instagram handle right there. What bad economy. This is my handle if you guys just want to check me out eating Korean food all day. And just like kind of like roaming around Asia. I'm currently here on holiday. But like 100%, 100%. Like there's so many roles that are open right now. For people to say market's bad, it's just like you just don't have better tools. Speaking of tools, let's talk about AI, right? So if you're gonna do the average like spray and pray, what you want to do is onboard one of these AI application tools. And I actually made a whole YouTube video called Best AI Job Hunting Tools for Product Managers in 2025. Take your pick, but spray and pray still works, but it's not really worth your like. Use one of the use AI tools, right? It's all about like getting smarter with the game too. I gave you guys a lot of cheat codes here, but like that's actually why like in school, like we'll tell people like these are the jobs that you're supposed to be hitting this day. You're supposed to hit this. You're supposed to hit this. Supposed to hit this. Supposed to hit this. Supposed to hit this. Otherwise, it's just like, oh yeah, like all this stuff is like eye opening, but if you don't take action on it, if you're just gonna go back to the couch and watching Netflix afterwards, like nothing's gonna happen. I'm not paid to endorse any of these platforms yet, but there's a few that I really want to get hit me up if you guys want to pay me. Best times to go out there and apply, honestly, is like between 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Thursday and Friday afternoon, late afternoon, Saturday morning, Sunday night. We found a lot of success on Sunday night because people are wondering like, why the hell am I applying? Like, why am I working right now, right? It's like Sunday night. But consistency is key, and that's why being a part of a community just makes it that much easier because like you could either take a look at this and be like, or you can be like, yo, I'm 100% bought. The thing is this, are you going to take action? It's lunchtime before you know it, dinner time before you know it, bedtime before you know it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? And then it's just like another week, and like you want to get out of here, so don't keep yourself here, get out of here. That's why like the weekly live group coaching sessions, I'm like, Monday we're doing this, Tuesday we're doing this, Wednesday we're doing this, Thursday we're doing this, and I'm getting people out of here. I don't want people here, I want people out. Ultimate cheat code though, it's just to have fun. Like the thing is, that's what like my biggest takeaway was. This is like the ultimate cheat code. Thanks for making it all the way to the end of this video. I think we're like 40 some minutes in. Is like gamify the process with your friends and make the process fun. Stop playing the game on hard mode and start playing the game on easy mode. Gary Vaynerchuk told me this. He's like, I had so much fun being an entrepreneur. Like, key to success is just really loving the work. Like, I love meeting the people here. I love seeing all the different people from like across the country and always seeing them on Zoom. Like if you guys are taking a look at like our Zoom calls right now, like I'm always like everybody's having fun, team smiling, like, everybody's like crushing it, it's like, it's fun, it is fun. Like happy product managers equals good interviews and good vibes equals big offers. Like, if you're showing up there depressed, if you're showing up there pissed off, that's gonna go out there and come across on the interview process, right? So people are having fun in the group. People are even dating in the group, which is not something I'm encouraging right now, but understand this racket attracts a very attractive group of people, but who are like, I'm not naming any names, but please don't make it that obvious. I don't want to know, but I'm seeing it on the stories, just to let you guys know. But like overall, like make job hunting more fun. If it was more fun for you guys would want to do it. I gave you guys a lot of cheat codes, and I think I've showed you guys like a lot of different ways that people can go out there and play the game. Like so many people are hiring right now. If you just take a look at like I've been making these videos, like this is three hours ago, junior level product manager. Somebody's gonna look at that and be like, oh, I don't want to be a junior level product. Okay, F it. Let's take a look at this right here. Like product manager 2 days ago, product manager at Home Depot, product manager at like Coca-Cola, Visa, senior technical product manager over here. These are all remote roles still. Hiring for Adora, product manager, like so many, like excited, sharing with new opportunities. Like people are getting jobs. What do you think they're doing differently? Product manager. This is also another thing. A lot of people, they'll see a company they never heard of before, and like these are the companies that are actually paying the most. I don't know why people are like so fixated with like Meta and Uber, these people just can't stop laying people off. They're not even treating people like human beings right now. Like, I personally did not really like. I always put it out there like, because I know some people that got clipped from the Meta layoffs. I don't think that was the right thing to do, calling these people underperformers, because not only are you letting them out, not only are you letting them out into a really bad situation, calling these people underperformers. And the reality of the situation is, when you're calling them underperformers, now you got to think about like, yo, but you guys gave these people like what? Your executive bosses like 200% increase at Meta, 200%. This is actually why. Don't forget to subscribe. Part 4, you guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna freaking love it. The new way of getting rich in product management. I'm working on that thing. I'm freaking working on that thing. Like, I'm editing a freaking K-pop music video. The new way of getting rich in product management, right? Like, gosh, dude, it's freaking disgusting. Like, now you got to think like, now when they're on the job hunt, how are they going to be impacted? How are they going to have to explain themselves now to their potential future employers? Like, so were you an underperformer? Is that why you got dropped? Like, I don't really like that. But all of these different strategies that I'm giving people right now is like, I want to make the process fun, because like, if the process of getting a product manager job at a Hulu or at a Venmo was extremely painful, I just don't think a lot of people can deal with it right now with so much going on. So the next part of this is, I want to show you guys what are the immediate action steps that you can take right now to grab this job, to actually grab more product manager interviews. And again, part 1 was about getting more product manager interviews. Part 2 is about converting those interviews into offers. Part 3 is about big offers. And then part 4 is the new way of getting rich in product management. So here are the next steps in the process. The next step in the process is get your resume updated for review. Subscribe to school, revamp the resume, it only takes 30 minutes to go ahead and revamp it. I actually made this like video, how to go ahead, and there's a whole playlist on that. You want to steal the resume template, you want to watch the resume revamp playlist, and then you want to bring that over to the review. So I get a lot of requests. Like I have 2,900 profile views, and then I have 130 LinkedIn connections. It's like, hey, Rich, I really admire what you're doing over there. I want to connect with all you guys. Like, I really do. I'm having fun too. It's crazy. Like, I have friends like from the West Coast, East Coast. I love going to like Toronto, UK, Vancouver. There isn't really a major city in the English-speaking world where we don't have a community at, and I think that's been a huge part of our success. It's just having so many people around the country that are supporting each other. But having said that, is you want to go, and here's what you want to do. You want to hit school, and the first thing that you want to go ahead and do is you want to go to Classroom, and there is the How to Write a Product Manager Resume, and you want to click this. And I have a bunch of these resources that are in here, everything from like how to write a product manager resume from H1B. I just made a very short video about what it is that they need to do. But on the bottom here, there's resources. Go ahead and take a look at all of the resume templates here. Choose one and then start updating it based upon those descriptions. It's going to make the process a lot faster for you. I promise you that much. Okay, it's going to make, oh yeah, and I made this slide because I don't want to forget. Champs, please add the impact bullets with the exact metrics and not the percentages. And please include the time frame. Okay, please include the time frame. This is actually where a lot of people are just missing out. The situation is like, I have the resume description bullets here. You want to go out there and not just say like 35% increase or like 25% increase, right? Is like utilize targeted and app messaging, resulting in 40% increase and 25% adoption within 6 months. They want to know how much time you took to do it in, and exactly what are some dollar figures or specific metrics that you can have. I have all that in the video. Please go ahead and get into school and bring it to the review. The next thing here is, you have to understand something, champs. The purpose of your resume is to help the recruiter pitch you, to an overworked, underpaid, underappreciated hiring manager effectively. So people keep on asking me like, Rich, can you I would love to. I take no pleasure in somebody not working. I don't have a beef against you. I definitely don't have a beef against your rent, your mortgage, or your child or children that you have to feed. But you got to understand, I send people's resume that looks like crap. People stop calling me very quickly because they have access to nothing but crap. You know, they have access to nothing but crap. So that doesn't really change their situation. That's only just going to piss them off even further. The other thing here is this: not every recruiter, I have a lot of friends that are in recruiting as well, still, not every resume that a recruiter thinks is a good fit is going to go ahead and actually get an interview with a hiring manager because they got to pitch you to the hiring manager. Okay? So, in addition to all of that, so much of job hunting now is going to be done on LinkedIn. You're going to be sending out LinkedIn messages, right? Update and optimize the LinkedIn profile. Okay? Follow that guideline and update it. It's all in school. I just showed you guys where the lesson plan is. Steal the cover letter. People are like, you know, do I need it? Don't use it. It's there. You want it, use it. You'd rather have it and not need it, or need it, don't have it. It's all you. Get endorsed by other people on school. I'm going to show you exactly the step-by-step playlist, and then bring the positions that you are interested in. Like, you know, people are like, bring me, okay? Like, I've been hosting these calls here, as you guys can see, how to find the contact information. This was like 1 month ago. This was like 6 months ago, right? Need the role? Okay, I need the job description. You guys have to at least give me that. Or if you guys have the hiring manager contact, let me know. But like, you guys like gotta tell me. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. So like, you know, now it's just like I'm kind of like yeah, it's like yeah, like how do like, what do you think I'm gonna ask for next, right? Get me that information. Lastly, sign up for Brain Trust. There's a link right here. Sign up for Brain Trust. But you have to update your resume and your LinkedIn first. So many people are just gunning for roles and they're just not really thinking about the impact. Listen, I want to get you guys on the testimonials as well, but like you got to go out there and at least be presentable, because if you're not, they're just going to go out there and hire somebody else. You know, they're just going to go out there and hire somebody else. With all that said, this has been a long video, but like I wanted to go out there, watch this again, and watch this like a few other times too. But like, subscribe so you guys understand part 4 of the series, which is the new way of getting rich. I know a lot of you are thinking, wow, this is a lot of work. In this market, it's going to be a lot of work for you to get the job anyway, so you might as well get a much higher paying job. Honestly speaking, like, the amount of money, the amount of work you're going to be putting out for getting like, you know, like, let's just get it all over with, right? There's like 4 offers here, or like Disney Plus, or like, you know, this product manager job, or like, it's going to be the same thing. I think this one here we got really good, which was like having a product manager job. We did it in 3 months with work-life balance. She was really intentional about that. So also let me know. But like, to go ahead and kind of just recap everything for you guys right now, let's go ahead and do a quick recap. These are the cheat codes. There's paid referrals, which we saw. I have a list of the companies that are paying the most. But a lot of companies are willing to pay you to just go out there and refer people. So you don't have to always feel like, oh man, dude, I'm taking an L. Like, no, you want to lead in with that, because a lot of times people actually, they don't even know, like, they're actually sitting on gold. You can essentially be getting paid to refer people on the interview. So the whole point about that is, you know, it's going to take you, like, am I going to be able to help you close every single interview? Like, no, I don't know. You know, it really depends. Some people are also really bad at interviewing, right? But it never hurts to go out there and ask. And a lot of companies, they do pay out referral fees for people that just refer really good people, because they're spending a lot of their time burning it, interviewing not good people. Rejection referrals are the best, because like, you don't want to just think about like, oh, am I going to get these interviews? A lot of people that are getting interviews are still not getting offers, right? The best person to give you a referral is the product manager that just got done, because they're the person that knows. And because there's so many interviews and companies out there, it's like, you don't need to feel compelled taking a job you don't really give a shit for. Like, there's all like, product manager roles are like buses. There's always another one down the way. Secret network referrals, stealth and replacement hires, staffing agency referrals. Again, come in here, and if you see a role when you go to Motion, this is just one. I have like 30 other recruiting websites that are on here that I've listed. But if you saw me working with somebody like founding product manager, right? Okay, it always has the recruiter at the very bottom, but you still got to get that resume, LinkedIn, and cover review. This is why come to school. The fastest way is come to school, do the first draft of it. I can do the group review, and then if you need the referral, I can definitely help you out. But they have the recruiter down here. If I know the person, I have no problem referring you because like I have a relationship with that person, right? But they're like founding product manager, 150 to 200K, well funded, Series A startup. Come and say, hey, Rich, can you go out there and help me craft the message? I'm gonna show you guys how to do it on your own, anyways. It's a skill that the Killer Cold Message Framework is a skill that anybody and everybody can learn. It only once you see it, you just realize, oh, okay, I can do it. I can even show you how to prompt it correctly on ChatGPT. Get the Brain Trust referral for AI matching because that's just smart, right? They know the link comes from me. Somebody's got a job there, but you need to get the resume, the LinkedIn, the cover letter done, right? And then you can go on your way. But that thing is just that thing's working for you while you're sleeping, and they're always putting on more companies on there. It's just doing auto matching. Direct LinkedIn outreach, Loom video pitches, cold email outreach. Come and do that with the school, okay? Killer Cold Message Framework. You're gonna have to learn. You're gonna have to learn even I would just say that single-handedly changed the way that my business life operated because now you understand how persuasion works, right? Which is how do you influence without authority is a product manager function, right? Follow up, pass hiring manager outreach, triple product manager app hack, which is going directly to the sites, secret VC job boards, AI application tools, and then overall scheduling the best times. And then all in all, the most important hack of all is the most important cheat code of all is just to have fun and not being so miserable doing this by yourself. We're having fun. I'm having fun. I mean, this would come on, I do this for a living too. This would really suck if I tell you guys oh, you gotta grind. It's yo, it's just too painful, right? Let's have fun because you guys want to be showing up to the interviews feeling good. I'm having fun. I love everybody here, so I'm having fun. Okay, they're having fun. Some people are having a little bit too much fun, right? People having way too much fun. We're it's a really stressful time. Yo, man, talk about not being professional. But people are having fun. People are having fun. And that is what's important. It's when you're having fun with the interviews, you start seeing the interviews pile up. All of a sudden, because you're feeling good. It's about manifestation. And then you're doing good on the interviews. And they're not only giving you the offers, they're giving you really good offers. And before you know, all these, because people are coming in, they're all stressed out. And it's just oh man, I feel like I do the job. But can you imagine being on 3 Zoom calls or 13 Zoom calls with this person a day? I don't want to get in that action. So part 2 is about getting more, converting those interviews into offers. I'm compiling that right now. Part 3 is about converting into big offers. Happy managers make for big offers. And then part 4 is how to get rich, how to get the new way of getting shit rich in product management. So let's get it, fam. I'm pumped up for this. Let's go. Let's really get it. Come into school, see me in school. I know that there's a lot of people frustrated. There's a huge wait list right now. We have a backlog of calls. People are telling me I can't get a call with you guys. We're working on it. But in the meantime, you guys got to get a head start on this. Don't forget to subscribe. We got 3 more high quality packed videos coming through. And the team and I can't wait to welcome you to part of our family.